With 38 games left in the season, what can you tell us about what's down the pipeline for this team?
Um, the goal still remains the same, trying to get guys major league ready um, for the major league playoff push. So trying to make sure guys are healthy and are in a position to contribute at the big league level.
Um, Last night, Jeter Downs, two homers. Connor Wong, another homer. How do you feel about these guys' performances?
I think all in all, we've seen some development from some guys, and maybe not to the point where they're going to contribute to the big league level this year, but putting them in a position where next year they're going to hopefully um, be on that board to get called up and help the team. So contributions throughout the lineup is crucial for that.
Can you talk a little bit about Gyro's performance during his streak, and have you seen anything quite like, I mean, obviously not exactly that before, but anything quite
Sure.
like it?
That was pretty impressive. 35 games. He found a way to get hits. There were a couple times where it was his last at bat and he got a hit. Um, he's a 3+ player. Um, he could probably help a lot of big league teams. Unfortunately, he's where he is now, but he's good for our team. He's got energy. He's can play multiple positions. He's just a very big asset to have on the team, and I've never seen anything approaching 35 games in the minor leagues.
I mean, would you say he's kind of like a Swiss Army knife of players a little bit? I mean, it seems like he can do all kinds of different things with the bat, play every position, but yeah,
I think he's played every position this year except for catcher and pitcher,
that's right, yeah.
and that versatility gives a big league team some flexibility. They can put him in there. He can be in the lineup a lot, and so um, it's a testament to his work ethic, his abilities, and that he brings it every day.
It's a great guy to have. And go ahead, Chris, if you have him. Oh, well, Espinal has been really solid for you guys all season. I thought last night was one of his best performances.
Sure.
Can you just talk a little bit about what he's done for you guys this season?
Coming off of injuries, he's responded really well. He's healthy. He gives us length, and he competes out there. He has 3-pitch mix that he mixes up well, and hopefully he gets a shot soon to contribute at the major league level.
How you doing in this long stretch of, what is it, 8 games in 6 days this series? Is that a grind for you guys?
Mother Nature has not been kind to us, and so we're just trying to manage the workload pregame so that guys can have it at game time. And this won't be the last time that guys will be put in this situation. So hopefully they'll learn from how to prepare and how we go about our business.
His performances and what you think about his
Munoz,
yeah.
what can you say about it? It's certainly he's had a pretty special month, or a little over a month. 35 games hit streak is pretty impressive. Not only is it, I think it's #1 in Red Sox history. That's saying a whole lot for the type of players that have played in Fenway Park and throughout this organization. To hold that record's pretty prestigious. The neat thing about Mooney is that he loves to play, #1. He's full of energy. He can beat you in a bunch of different ways. Certainly very gifted with the bat. He can hit multiple pitches. He can hit it high. He can hit it low. He can hit it hard. He can hit it soft. He can hit it in. He can hit it out. And sometimes you don't know what he's thinking, but he certainly can beat you in a lot of ways. And watching him over this period of time, it was pretty special. And hopefully, it's just a temporary stop, and he starts it back up tonight. So we'll see what happens.
Jeter Downs, 2 homers last night. Connor Wong, another homer last night. What are their main focuses? What have you been focusing on with these guys hitting?
Well, first off with Wong, I think we haven't, or he hasn't had a chance to play consistently throughout the course of this year. So what we're trying to do is keep him in line, mainly rhythm and timing, keeping good direction through the ball. I know he felt like he was kind of swinging around it a little bit, or swinging around his front side. A little better directed certainly last night. I think the more he plays, the more comfortable he's going to feel, and certainly we're hoping for a better result than he's had so far. But he's a good player, and both offensively and defensively. So, like I said, it's just consistency, and more than anything, I would say it's more reps than anything else. With Jeter, it's been a trying year for him, but certainly yesterday it's nice thing to have happen. It looks like he quieted down his load a little bit, got on time to a couple good pitches to hit, and put good swings on him and knocked him out of the ballpark. It's hard being those two guys, in my opinion. They work hard every day, and I think they're still trying to find out who they are. But when you're traded for Mookie Betts, you think you have to do more. It's like they just need to be who they are. They're both talented kids. They just need to get their reps in and keep improving. Don't let the game beat them up too bad. And in the long run, they're going to be okay for having gone through this. So, like I said, we got two really good players in Wong and Downs, and so like I said, it's only time before they get their opportunity in the big league. So I'm not worried about them. They're going to be fine.
With 38 days left in this, 38 games left in this season, what's the main focus right now?
I think some of us, it's just running the race. I'm sure some guys are getting tired. They haven't played in almost 2 years, and so it's getting the reps in. It's getting through the grind. It's appreciating how difficult this game is, and allow yourself to get tougher mentally. It's easy, it's like it's first place in sight, it's second place in sight. Our job is to stay ready day in and day out to give ourselves the best chance to win. Finish the best way you can, and work hard on your craft. And so it doesn't really matter how you start. It really matters how you finish. So there should be some improvement that you can reflect on at the end of this year. So it's like you continue to play hard. You're not worried about the score. You're playing the game. You're learning the game. And you're getting mentally tough because of how difficult this game is.
All right. Well, every time I go to talk to you, you've been called back up to the Red Sox or to the taxi squad, which is basically what I want to talk to you about. What has that been like overall, just kind of being back and forth, being here, being there? What's the experience been like?
It's been a wild experience for sure, but fun, to say the least. Just being able to watch those games, whether I'm in them or, in the dugout, whatever it is, it's been fun, watching those guys, trying to learn from them, just taking what I can from all of it.
Yeah. How much are you absorbing just from being around all of these different players?
Yeah, exactly that. Just trying to absorb everything I can, listen to, what everyone has to say, see what works for me and what doesn't. I think that's the best way to go about it, moving around that much.
Yeah, and on a personal level, just kind of not knowing where you're going to be the next day. Luckily we're only 45 minutes away, but we're not always home, they're not always home. So what's that been like just on a personal level for you?
I don't know. It's pretty funny. Sometimes, no one really knows where I am at any given time. I think it's kind of like guessing where I'm going to be. But it's been fun. I have nothing to complain about, just trying to enjoy it all.
And how do you keep your timing, ready? How do you keep yourself prepared to just kind of be in any situation, whether it's starting down here, whether it's whether it's going in a pinch run, whether it's batting against Shohei Ohtani,
Yeah, I think you just kind of have to watch the game and get a feel for the game and see where it's at, and then you kind of prepare yourself that way, and you just have to go about your business before the game the right way, and I think that's ultimately what prepares you for whatever situation you're needed in.
What do you think is the biggest difference between being up there and down here? Like, what do you miss, when you're back in the minors for a bit?
The food up there is just incredible. Incredible. Everyone always talks about it, and it really is that good. So I think I miss that the most.
I'm not surprised. And then, coming down here and just hitting a game-winning home run last night, it's got to feel good and kind of, show that no matter where you're put in and whenever you're in the lineup, you're ready to bruise. Is that kind of what it felt like?
Yeah, it's just been working towards that this whole time. Obviously without consistent playing time, it's a little more difficult, but you can't always ask for to play every day. Not everyone gets that opportunity, so just trying to make the most of when I do get to play.
Park in downtown Worcester, in the Canal District of Worcester, and most of our sports teams here in Worcester, the Bravehearts, the Massachusetts Pirates, and the Worcester Red Sox, have done military appreciation days Joining me today is Staff Sergeant Abdul Razak and Staff Sergeant Ortega, both from the recruiting office here in Worcester, the Army recruiting office here in Worcester. Sergeant Razak, let's start off with you. How long have you been in the military for?
So I've been in the military for 7 years now.
And for those who are interested in getting involved, not getting involved, but joining the military, what is your advice to them?
So I just tell them just find out information. Like, just come speak with us, come talk to us. We can give you some things where you can research. We can sit down, show you our programs, different ways to join. So just come talk to us. It never hurts just to try to find out information.
Now, you're Muslim, by the way, and by the way, assalamu alaikum. And for Muslim women that are interested in joining the military but are afraid because they might not be able to join, what do you have to say to them?
What I would say is just don't allow things that maybe you've heard or maybe things that people assume to actually make that decision for you. Like I said, just come and speak with us. Like, what I love about the Army is that we're so diverse. That's why I really encourage everybody, no matter what religion you are, what gender you are, what you believe in, come into the Army so we can just be that huge diverse team and we can just continue to support one another.
So there are 150, maybe more MOSs. First of all, if you can explain what an MOS is and what kind of MOSs there are.
Yes, so MOS is a military occupational specialty, and like I said, like you said, we have over 150 jobs. The way that, and they can range from finance to infantry to aviation. I'm an aviation branch myself. Legal, it's just everything. Any job that you can think of just outside in the civilian world, we have something similar, if not that job in the Army. So the only thing that they would have to do is just come in, take an equivalent, a ASVAB test, which is equivalent to a high school, and we can just see what jobs they qualify for, and they can pick from there.
And for those who are not familiar with what an ASVAB test is, it's a military aptitude test. And how is that measured?
How is it measured? It's measured from 0. You can score like it's a percentile. So of course 0 being at the lowest and 99th percentile. So the average person comes in, like just with high school equivalency, comes in and scores like in the 50th percentile.
Nice. Staff Sergeant Ortega, pleased to meet you. Thank you for doing this interview. You're a sports fan. I just learned that. You're a Yankees fan. This week, the Red Sox are playing the farm team of the Yankees. Did you get to see the Field of Dreams show?
Yes, I watched the game, and it was a shame loss at the end. The way Tim Anderson just came in the bottom of the ninth and just hit that walk-off home run. It was really bad. We were winning the game.
How long have you been in the Army for?
I've been in the Army for almost 12 years. I'm going to hit my 12-year mark by the end of September. I joined first the reserve. So right now I'm holding an attitude position with the reserve. So that means that I step out of the reserve.
And for a lot of Hispanic young men who are inner city youth and need some place to go, something to do, and college education is part of the military, what can you say to them?
So when I first joined the Army, I did it for college. I would say to those young people that thanks to the Army, I'm holding a bachelor's degree in criminal justice. Thanks to also the experience that I gained, that I get from the Army. I also worked for the Department of Justice for 4 years before becoming part of the active program with the reserve. And right now I'm doing a master's degree in public administration with a concentration in emergency management. I would tell them there's a lot of benefits that they can get for college, and also plenty of other benefits. All they need to do is just come to us and ask the right questions, and we will guide them just to make the right decision.
So I'm going to put you both on the spot here. You speak Spanish?
Yes, I do.
You speak Arabic? A short pitch in Spanish and a short pitch in Arabic.
I do feel like I'm kind of on the spot. My Arabic isn't that fluent. Okay. What I'll just say is, my Arabic is just not fluent.
So I would like to say to everybody, first to you, gracias por la oportunidad de poder tenernos hoy aquí, y a todos los jóvenes, a todas las personas de Worcester, estamos a la mayor disponibilidad para que vengan y hablen con nosotros Son muchas las oportunidades, son muchos los beneficios que podemos ofrecer.
Nice. And if somebody wants to get a hold of you guys, they want to walk into the recruiting office, but yet they're kind of hesitant about coming into that recruiting office. Do you guys meet them there, or can you guys meet them where they're at?
We can definitely meet them where they at. A lot of people, they kind of feel stressed. Some people feel like they're maybe underneath pressure coming to the office, so we can always come to their home, or else we can always just meet at like a Starbucks, whatever makes them comfortable. It's literally just finding out information, and I just try to stress it out to people. You can't make a decision unless you know what your options are. So yeah, they can always just come in, or else they can just reach out and we can meet up with them.
Now, I know Sergeant Ortega is a Yankees fan.
Yes.
I'm going to put you on the spot here. Red Sox or Yankees?
Only because my coworker, I have to go with. I feel pressure.
we just left the Red Sox down in the division.
I gotta go with the Yankees.
We just won the doubleheader yesterday, and we're winning today again.
So I really appreciate you guys coming out and do this. What high schools are you guys going to be at this summer, this winter?
So the high schools, we haven't really spoken with many of the admin, especially with them still trying to work out what they're gonna how things are gonna run with COVID. But as soon as we find out, we'll be at every public high school. We'll hopefully be able to schedule some time with the admin and actually be able to get in there and see some of the students and answer some of their questions.
Awesome. Once again, thank you both. I appreciate it.
Tiffany.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.